A woman in $1,000 dress walks up to a man cleaning tables at a rooftop bar and says, "I need a husband. $50,000. Are you interested?" The man, Jack Turner, single father, 2 jobs, $17 left until Friday, stares at her like she's speaking a language he doesn't understand. She's not joking. Her face is calm, her voice is steady. The way she's looking at him, like he's the answer to a problem she can't solve any other way, tells him this is real. In the next 25 minutes, Jack will decide if desperation has a price, if dignity can be rented, if a transaction can become something more. And Sophia Hale, the CEO's daughter who has everything except what she needs, will learn that sometimes the people you underestimate see you most clearly. This is a story about what we're willing to sell, what we're desperate enough to buy, and what happens when 2 strangers collide over an offer that shouldn't make sense, but does. Jack Turner's shift at the rooftop bar starts at 9 p.m. He arrives at 8:47, 13 minutes early. Being early is the only insurance he has. The sleek rooftop bar overlooks the Seattle skyline, city lights shimmering like promises nobody keeps. Jack doesn't look at the view anymore. He clocks in, changes into the uniform that's one size too tight, checks his phone. One text from Mrs. Chen. "Liam fell asleep on the couch. Don't worry about picking him up till late." Jack types back, "Thank you. I owe you." He puts the phone in his locker. The screen is cracked, spiderweb fracture across Liam's face in the background photo. 7-year-old smile, gap in his front teeth, eyes that still think his dad can fix anything. Jack learned a long time ago that asking for help usually costs your pride, so he stopped asking. At 10:23 p.m., his phone vibrates. Bank notification, account balance, $17.32. Friday is 3 days away. Rent is due Monday, $1,400. He has $320 saved. He needs $1,080 in 3 days. The math doesn't work. It never works. At 11:04 p.m., she walks in. Sophia Hale. Slate gray dress, dark hair pulled back, diamond studs. She sits at the bar, alone. Marcus, the manager, pours her a Macallan 18, $45 a glass.
She doesn't ask the price. Jack keeps working, keeps invisible. At 11:32 p.m., Marcus calls him over. "That woman asked for you specifically." Jack's stomach drops. "Me?" "Yeah, go see what she wants." Jack walks to the bar. "Ma'am, I'm Jack. You wanted to speak with me?" She looks at him, not through him, at him. "Sit down." "I'm working." "Sit down. I'll handle it." She raises one hand. Marcus nods. Jack sits. "What's your name?" she asks. "Jack Turner." "How long have you worked here?" 8 months. "Before that?" "Evercrest Design Solutions, draftsman." "So you worked 2 jobs?" It's not a question. "Yes, ma'am." "Do you have a family?" Jack hesitates. "I have a son, Liam. He's 7. "His mother?" "Not in the picture." Sophia nods, like she's checking boxes. "How much do you make?" $52,000 at Evercrest, maybe 12 here. 64 total. Take home 48. Rent's $1,500 minimum. That leaves you $30,000 for everything else. Food, childcare, medical. You're drowning. Jack stares at her. "Who are you?" "Sophia Hale. My father owns Hale Industries. Maybe you've heard of it." Jack has. Billionaire family. Real estate empire. "What do you want?" Sophia finishes her whiskey, folds her hands on the bar. "I need a husband." Jack blinks. "For 6 months. Business arrangement." My father thinks marriage makes me stable. I don't have time to date. But I need someone who can play the role convincingly. You want to hire someone to pretend to be your husband? Yes. Why me? Because you're desperate. You need money. I need a solution. This works for both of us. Jack stands. I have to get back to work. $50,000. Jack stops. Up front, cash or wire. You show up to 5 events over 6 months. Dinners with my father, a charity gala. You smile. You hold my hand. You don't embarrass me. After 6 months, we divorce quietly. You walk away with the money. Jack's hands shake. He shoves them in his pockets. $50,000. Rent for 3 years. Liam's surgery. Breathing room.
This is insane. It's practical. You don't even know me. I know you work 2 jobs to support your son. I know you showed up 13 minutes early tonight because reliability is all you have. I know enough. Jack looks at this woman in her expensive dress with her cold logic and her impossible offer. Why not hire an actor? Actors perform. I need someone real, someone who won't get confused, someone who understands a transaction. Jack's phone vibrates. Another notification. I need to think about it. You have until tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Sophia stands, puts $300 bills on the bar. For your time. She walks away. Jack stares at the money. $300. For a conversation. He picks it up and wonders what it costs to say yes. Jack doesn't sleep. He gets home at 2:14 a.m. Liam is asleep in Jack's bed, small, glasses on the nightstand, thick lenses taped at the bridge. Liam's astigmatism is getting worse. Surgery could fix it. $15,000. Insurance covers 3. At Jack's current rate, it'll take 2 more years. By then, Liam will be 9, squinting at books, falling behind. Jack sits on the edge of the bed, watches his son breathe. $50,000. The next morning, Jack wakes Liam at 6:30. Can I join soccer this year? Liam asks over cereal. Soccer costs $150. We'll see, bud. You said that last year. I know. Liam nods, doesn't push. 7 years old, and he already knows when money is the answer. At work, Jack's boss calls him in. Budget cuts. Your position is being evaluated. End of the month. 2 weeks to find out if he loses the job that pays for everything. Jack walks back to his cubicle, stares at his computer screen. End of the month. At 8:52 p.m., Jack walks into the rooftop bar. She's already there. Same seat, same whiskey. Waiting. Jack sits beside her. I have conditions. I'm listening. I don't lie to my son. If he asks questions, I tell him the truth. Agreed. I don't do anything illegal. This isn't illegal. It's private. After 6 months, we're done. No extensions. I walk away clean. Agreed. Sophia pulls out a folded document. 3 pages. Contract. Jack reads it slowly. It says exactly what she said. No traps, just a transaction. Why me? Jack asks again. Really? Sophia looks at him. Something cracks in her armor. Because you won't fall in love with me. You won't get confused. You know exactly what this is. A deal. And I need someone who can keep it that way. Jack understands. She's not looking for romance. She's looking for distance. He picks up the pen, thinks about Liam, about surgery, about rent, about survival, about dignity, about what his son will think, about how sometimes you don't choose between good and bad. Sometimes you choose between bad and worse. Jack signs, slides it back. The money will be in your account tomorrow morning. I'll text you details for the first event. Dinner with my father. 2 weeks. Wear a suit. Be polite. She stands, leaves $200 for tonight. She walks away. Jack sits there, looking at his signature, at the choice he just made. The money appears at 9:17 a.m. $50,000. Jack stares at his phone, at the number that doesn't look real. He transfers $15,000, Liam's surgery fund, pays rent, 3 months, pays credit card debt, schedules Liam's surgery, then sits on the edge of his couch and cries, not from sadness, from relief. 2 weeks later, Jack stands in a department store mirror, wearing a charcoal suit. His phone buzzes. Sophia, car picks you up at 6:30, dinner at Canlis. My father will be there. Richard Hale. Call him Mr. Hale. Be yourself, but know when to stay quiet. Jack buys the suit. At 6:28 p.m., a black town car arrives.
Mrs. Chen is watching Liam. Why are you wearing a suit, Dad? Fancy meeting. Are you getting a new job? Jack hesitates. Maybe. Cool. Jack kisses his head, leaves. The car drives to Canlis, floor-to-ceiling windows, Lake Union view, $200 per person just to look. Sophia is waiting inside, black dress, hair down, softer than before. Jack, Sophia. Ready? As I'll ever be. She takes his arm, first time they've touched. Her hand is light, deliberate, already performing. They walk to a private dining room. Richard Hale is 67, silver hair, tailored suit, the face of someone who spent 40 years getting what he wants. Sophia. Dad, this is Jack Turner. Jack, my father. They shake hands, firm grip, assessing eyes. Jack, pleasure. Sit. Richard pours wine. So, Jack, Sophia tells me you work in architecture. Consulting, drafting, and renderings. Evercrest Design Solutions? Yes, sir. Good firm. Richard sips. How did you two meet? Sophia doesn't hesitate. Work event. Jack was consulting on a property I was reviewing. We started talking. Richard looks at Jack. Is that true? Yes, sir. And now you're together. Sophia's hand finds Jack's under the table. Yes, she says. It's new, but serious. Serious enough to meet me? Yes. Richard leans back, studies them. Interesting. The word hangs. Dinner is served. Richard asks about Jack's son, his background, his work.
Jack answers honestly. Mostly. Leaves out the bar, the contract, the desperation. Richard asks Sophia about quarterly projections, board meetings. She answers with measured precision. And Jack realizes something. This isn't just performance for Richard. This is performance for Sophia, too. She's showing her father she's settled, stable, fits the mold. And she hates it. Jack sees it in her jaw, in the grip on the wine glass. She's trapped, just like him. At 9:43, dinner ends. Richard shakes Jack's hand. Take care of my daughter. I will, sir. Richard leaves. Sophia exhales. You did well. So did you. In the car, silence. Jack looks out the window. Why do you let him control you? Jack asks quietly. Excuse me? Your father. Why do you care what he thinks? You don't understand. Then explain. Sophia turns. Her face is hard. Because if I don't play his game, I lose everything. The company, my position, my independence. He controls the board. If he decides I'm not stable, he'll push me out. I've spent 15 years building that career. I'm not giving it up because he thinks I need a husband to be taken seriously. So you hired one.
So I hired one. Jack nods. And after 6 months, I tell him it didn't work. I tried. Then I get back to living my life. And if he doesn't accept that, Sophia's jaw tightens. He'll have to. The car stops. Thank you for tonight. You were convincing. So were you. Jack gets out, stands there, wondering if Sophia Hale is more like him than either wants to admit. 3 weeks later, Jack's world tilts. His boss calls him in. Your position has been eliminated, effective immediately. Jack packs his desk in silence, walks out at 3:42 p.m. The $50,000 is already gone. Surgery, rent, debt. He's back where he started. Worse. 4 days later, Jack texts, event tomorrow, board retreat, weekend at my father's estate, pack a bag, noon. Jack stares. A weekend. I can't leave Liam for a weekend. Bring him. What? Bring your son. My father's estate has a pool, staff, he'll be taken care of, and it'll sell the story better. Jack wants to say no, can't afford to. The next day, Jack and Liam are picked up.
Liam's eyes are huge. Dad, this car is so cool. Yeah, bud. Where are we going? To meet a friend of mine. Richard Hale's estate is 2 hours outside Seattle. 10,000 square feet. Lake, tennis court. Liam's jaw drops. Is this real? Yeah. Sophia is waiting. Sees Liam. Her expression shifts. Softer. You must be Liam. Hi. I'm Sophia. Your dad and I are friends. Liam looks between them. Are you his boss? Sophia smiles. Something like that. The weekend is strange. Board members arrive. 8 of them, watching. Sophia and Jack play their roles, hold hands, laugh. But Liam changes things. He runs around, swims, asks Richard 1,000 questions. And Richard softens. Your boy is sharp, Richard says to Jack over drinks. He is. Raising a kid alone is hard. It is. But you're doing good. I can tell. On the second night, Liam can't sleep. Jack finds him on the balcony. You okay, bud? Dad, why are we here? Really? Jack sits. It's complicated. That means yes. Are you dating her? Jack's throat tightens. He promised not to lie. I'm helping her with something, and she's helping us. Is that why we had money for my surgery? Jack closes his eyes. Yes. Liam nods, quiet. Dad, is she nice to you? Yes. Good. You deserve someone nice. Jack pulls him close. I love you, bud. Love you too. The next morning, Jack hears voices from Richard's study. Richard and Victoria Montgomery, board member. You know this is fake, right? What? Sophia and Jack. I had someone look into it. He signed a contract. She's paying him. Silence. That's absurd. Is it? He's broke. She's desperate. It adds up. Proof? Not yet, but I will. And when I do, the board will remove her. Fraud. She'll lose everything. Jack's blood runs cold. He finds Sophia. We need to talk, now. They walk to the lake. Jack tells her. Sophia goes white. Victoria knows. She suspects. She's looking for proof. If she finds the contract, she'll destroy you. Sophia sits, puts her head in her hands. I was so stupid. What do? We end it, now. You walk away, I'll handle the fallout. And what happens to you? I don't know. Jack thinks about Liam, about the surgery that's already scheduled, about Sophia, about the way she's fighting. He can't walk away. No. What? I'm not walking away. Sophia! No. Victoria is going to try to destroy you, and you're going to roll over, because you think hiring me makes you weak. It doesn't. It makes you human. You were desperate. You made a choice, and I'm not letting her take that from you. Sophia stares. What are you suggesting? We make this real. Real? We stop pretending. We tell your father the truth, all of it, the contract, the money, and we tell him that somewhere along the way, it became something more. Sophia, I'm not saying we're in love. I'm saying we're friends, we're allies, and I'm not abandoning you because Victoria wants blood. Why would you do that? Because you gave me my son's future, and because you're worth fighting for.
That night, they ask Richard to meet them. Sophia speaks first. Dad, I hired Jack 6 months ago, $50,000, to pretend to be my husband. Because you kept pressuring me to settle down. I thought if I played your game, you'd leave me alone. Richard's face doesn't move. I signed a contract, Jack adds. I needed money for my son's surgery. I was desperate. We both were. Silence. Richard stands. You lied. Yes, Sophia says. You brought a stranger into my home, my business, and you lied. Yes. Why? Sophia's voice cracks. Because I was tired, Dad. Tired of you treating me like I'm not capable unless I have a man. Tired of proving myself. I've been running that company better than anyone on your board for 5 years. Richard's jaw tightens. And you, he says to Jack, you took money, lied to my face. Yes, sir. Why should I believe you now? Jack takes a breath. Because I could have walked away this weekend, taken the money and disappeared, but I didn't. Because your daughter became my friend. And I don't abandon my friends. Richard stares. Get out. Both of you. They leave. Pack. Drive back to Seattle in silence. 3 days later, Richard calls Sophia. Come to my office. She goes. 6 hours later, she texts Jack. Can you meet me? Same bar, 9 p.m. Jack arrives at 8:57. Sophia is there. Same seat, same whiskey. Exhausted. What happened? He fired me. Not officially, but he's pushing me out. Victoria backed him. They're offering severance. It's over. Her voice breaks. Jack takes her hand. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. If you hadn't, I'd still be lying, still trapped. At least now I'm free. Are you? Sophia laughs, bitter. I don't know. What are you going to do? Start over. Maybe that's what I should have done from the beginning. And us? What about us? Do we end it now? Sophia studies his face. Do you want to? Jack doesn't answer immediately. Because somewhere in 3 months, this stopped being just a transaction. No. I don't want to end it. Sophia's eyes widen. Jack.
I'm not saying this is love, but I'd like to keep knowing you. As a friend, as whatever this is, without the contract, without the money, just us. Sophia stares. You're serious? Yeah. Why? Because we're both better when we stop pretending. 6 months later, Jack works at a new firm. Better pay, better hours. Liam's surgery went perfectly. Vision is 20/20. He joined soccer, scored 3 goals. Sophia started her own consulting company. Small, independent, no board, no father. Just her. She's thriving. Once a week, Jack and Sophia meet for coffee. They talk about work, about Liam, about nothing. They're not dating, not married, not anything with a label, but they're real, and that's enough. One evening, Liam asks, "Dad, are you and Sophia together?" "We're friends, Bud." "But you like her." "I do." "Does she like you?" "I think so." Liam nods. "Good. She makes you smile. I like when you smile." Jack pulls him close. "I like when I smile too."
Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is admit you're not okay. Jack took $50,000 because he was desperate. Sophia offered it because she was trapped. Both thought a transaction could solve their problems without costing anything that mattered. They were wrong. Every choice costs something. Every compromise leaves a mark. Pretending to be something you're not eventually breaks you. But vulnerability isn't weakness. Asking for help isn't failure. And sometimes the strangers we bring into our lives out of desperation become the ones who see us most clearly. Jack didn't save Sophia. Sophia didn't save Jack. They saved each other by being honest, by admitting they were drowning, by choosing truth over performance. We're all playing roles, pretending to have it together, smiling when we're breaking. But the people worth keeping, they see through the mask. They say, "I'm struggling too." They sit beside you in the mess and don't try to fix it. They just stay. If this story made you think about the masks you wear, share it with someone who might need permission to take theirs off.